Good afternoon, everyone. We will report on Chapter 4, the internal assessment. Internal assessment refers to controllable activities that are performed well or poorly. These are determined relative to competitions. The following will be the order of reporters for this chapter. The learning objectives for this chapter highlights on the nature and role of the internal audit, the importance of organizational culture, the basic functions of management, the nature and role of marketing, finance and accounting, production operations, research and development, management information system, the value chain analysis, and the internal factor evaluation matrix, all of which in relevance to formulating strategies. The key internal forces are distinctive competencies. It is a firm's strength that cannot be easily matched or imitated by competitors, and building competitive advantages involves taking advantage of distinctive competencies. So the process of gaining advantage in a firm. This illustrates that all firms should continually strive to improve on their weaknesses, turning them into strengths, and ultimately developing distinctive competencies that can provide the firm with competitive advantages over rival firms. The process of performing an internal audit. The internal audit requires gathering, assimilating, and prioritizing information about the firm's management, marketing, finance, accounting, production operations, research and development, and management information systems operations. It provides more opportunity for participants to understand how their jobs, departments, and divisions fit into the whole firm. Performing an internal audit is an excellent vehicle or forum for improving the process of communication in the organization. Communication may be the most important word in management. The resource-based view or the RBV approach contends that internal resources are more important for a firm than external factors in achieving and sustaining competitive advantage. Proponents of the RBV contends that organizational performance will primarily be determined by internal resources that can be grouped into three all-encompassing categories. First is the physical resources, which includes all plant and equipment, location, technology, raw materials, and machines. Second, human resources, which includes all employees, training, experience, intelligence, knowledge, skills, and abilities. And last is the organizational resources, which includes a firm structure, planning process, information system, patents, trademarks, copyrights, and databases. For a resource to be valuable, it must be either rare, hard to imitate, or not easily substitutable. Rare resources. These are resources that other competing firms do not possess. Hard to imitate. It can achieve a sustainable competitive advantage when other firms cannot easily obtain these resources. Not easily substitutable. The products cannot be substitutable by other products. These three characteristics of resources are called empirical indicators. This enables a firm to implement strategies that improve its efficiency and effectiveness and lead to a sustainable competitive advantage. Integrating strategy and culture. Organizational culture significantly affects planning activities. If strategies can capitalize on cultural strengths, such as a strong work ethic or highly ethical beliefs, then management often can swiftly and easily implement changes. Organizational culture. Organizational culture is a pattern of behavior that has been developed by an organization as it learns to cope with its problem of external adaptation and internal integration, and that has worked well enough to be considered valid and to be taught to new members as the correct way to perceive, think, and feel. This definition emphasizes the importance of matching external and internal factors in making strategic decisions. Examples of cultural products are values, beliefs, rites, rituals, ceremonies, myths, stories, legends, sagas, language, metaphors, symbols, folktales, heroes, and heroines. These products or dimensions are levers that the strategist can use to influence and direct strategy formulation, implementation, and evaluation activities.
There are 15 examples of aspects of an organization's culture. 1 is the lowest and 5 is the highest. Next is management. The function of management consists of 5 basic activities: planning, organizing, motivating, staffing, and lastly, controlling. These are the basic functions of management. 1. Planning. In planning includes forecasting, establishing objectives, devising strategies, and developing policies. Next is organizing. And organizing includes organizational design, job specialization, job description, span of control, coordination, job design, and job analysis. Next is motivating. In motivating includes leadership, communication, work groups, behavior modification, delegation of authority, job enrichment, job satisfaction, needs fulfillment, organizational change, employee morale, and managerial morale. Next is staffing. In staffing includes wage and salary administration, employee benefits, interviewing, hiring, firing, training, management development, employee safety, equal employment opportunity, and union relations. And lastly, controlling. In controlling includes quality control, financial control, sales control, inventory control, expense control, analysis of variances, rewards, and sanction. The following checklist of questions can help determine specific strengths and weaknesses in the functional area of business. Management audit checklist of questions. Number 1 is, does the firm use strategic management concept? Number 2, are company objectives and goals measurable and well communicated? 3, do managers at all hierarchical levels plan effectively? 4, do managers delegate authority well? 5, is the organization's structure appropriate? 6, are job description and job specification clear? Is employee morale high? Are employees turnover and absenteeism low? And lastly, an organizational reward and control mechanism effective? Next is marketing. Marketing is the process of defining, anticipating, creating, and fulfilling customers' needs and wants for products and services. It is also a discipline involves all the actions a company undertakes to draw in customers and maintain relationship with them. It is also activities a company undertakes to promote the buying or selling of a product or services. Next is functions of marketing. It includes customers analysis, selling products and services, product and service planning, pricing, distribution, marketing research, cost analysis or benefit analysis. In customers analysis, the examination and evaluation of consumers' needs, desires, and wants. It is also involves administering customer surveys, analyzing consumer information, evaluating market positioning strategies, developing customers' profile, and determining optimal market segmentation strategies. It is also the route to knowing your customers. It is one of the most important functions of marketing. Through understanding the customer, one can begin to offer services to their needs. It is also the process of analyzing customers and their habits.
First, selling. In selling products and services, it includes many marketing activities such as advertising, sales promotion, publicity, public selling, sales force management, customer relations, and dealer relations. Next is product and service planning. It includes activities such as test marketing, product and brand positioning, devising warranties, packaging, determining product options, feature, style, and quality, deleting old products, and providing for customer service. It is important when a company is pursuing product development or diversification. Pricing. There are 5 major stakeholders affect pricing decisions. First, consumer, governments, supplier, distributors, and competitors. Sometimes an organization will pursue a forward integration strategy primarily to gain better control over prices shared to consumers. Distribution. It includes warehousing, distribution channels, distribution coverage, retail sites locations, sales territories, inventory levels and location, transportation carriers, wholesaling, and retailing. Especially important when a firm is striving to implement a market development or forward integration strategy. Next is the marketing research. It is the systematic gathering, recording, and analyzing of data about problems relating to the marketing of goods and services. It can also uncover critical strengths and weaknesses. There are 3 steps that are required in the cost-benefit analysis. First, compute the total cost associated with a decision. Second, estimate the total benefits from the decisions. And third, compare the total cost with the total benefits. There are 12 marketing audit checklist questions. First, are markets segmented effectively? Is the organization positioned well among competitors? Has the firm's market share been increasing? Are present channels of distribution reliable and cost-effective? Does the firm have an effective sales organization? Does the firm conduct market research? Are product quality and customer service good? Are the firm's product and services priced appropriately? Does the firm have an effective promotion, advertising, and publicity strategy? Are marketing, planning, and budgeting effective? Does the firm's marketing managers have adequate experience and training? Is the firm's internet presence excellent as compared to rivals? Finance or accounting function. The functions of finance or accounting comprise 3 decisions. First, the investment decision. Second, the financing decision. And third, the dividend decision. First, the investment decision or capital budgeting. It is the allocation and reallocation of capital and resources to the projects, products, assets, and divisions of an organization. Second, the financing decision. It determines the best capital structure for the firm and includes examining various methods by which the firm can raise capital. Lastly, the dividend decision. It concerns issues such as percentage of earnings paid to stockholders, disability of dividends paid over time, and the repurchase or issuance of stock. It also determines the amount of funds that are retained in a firm compared to the amount paid out to stockholders.
For the continuation of finance or accounting function, these are the three questions conducted for financial ratio analysis. First, how has each ratio changed over time? Second, how does each ratio compare to industry norms? And how does each ratio compare with key competitors? A summary of key financial ratios. We are already familiar with this ratio from managerial accounting, but I would like to give a review for you to recall it. First, liquidity ratios. A comparison of current asset to current liabilities, which is an indicator of company's ability to meet short-term obligation. This includes current ratio and quick ratio. Next, leverage ratios. These are used to determine the relative level of debt load that a business has incurred. These ratios compare the total debt obligation to either the asset or equity of a business. This includes debt to total assets ratio, debt to equity ratio, long-term debt to equity ratio, and times interest earned ratio. Activity ratios measure the firm's ability to use capital and assets to maximum efficiency. This includes inventory turnover, fixed asset turnover, total assets turnover, account receivable turnover, and average collection period. Next, profitability ratios. These demonstrate how profitable a business is in a specific areas of operations. This includes gross profit margin, operating profit margin, net profit margin, return on total assets, return on stockholders' equity, earnings per share, and price earning ratios. Last, growth ratios. This measures the firm's ability to maintain its economic position in the growth of economy and industry. This includes sales, net income, earnings per share, and dividends per share.
Next, these are the finance accounting audit checklists. First, where is the firm's financially strong and weak as indicated by financial ratio analysis? Can the firm raise needed short-term capital? Can the firm raise needed long-term capital through debt or equity? Does the firm have sufficient working capital? Are capital budgeting procedures effective? Are dividend payouts policies reasonable? Does the firm have good relation with its investor and stockholders? Are the firm's financial managers experienced and well-trained? And is the firm debt situation excellent?
Production or operations. The production or operations functions of a business consists of all those activities that transforms inputs into goods and services. Production or operations management deals with inputs, transformation, and outputs that vary across industries and markets. The basic functions decision within productions or operations. These decision areas composed with 5, which are process, capacity, inventory, workforce, and quality. The process includes choice of technology, facility layout, process flow analysis, facility location, line balancing, process control, and transportation analysis. Capacity includes forecasting, facilities planning, aggregate planning, scheduling, capacity planning, and queuing analysis. Inventory involves managing the level of raw material, work in process, finished goods, especially considering what to order, when to order, how much to order, and materials handling. Workforce, this includes managing the skilled, unskilled, clerical, and managerial employees by caring for job design, work measurement, job enrichment, work standards, and motivation techniques. Last, the quality. These decisions are aimed at ensuring the high-quality goods and services are produced by caring for quality control, sampling, testing, quality assurance, and cost control.
Implication of various strategies on production operations. These are become a low-cost provider, become a high-quality provider, provide great customer service, be the first to introduce new product, become highly automated, and minimize layout. The remaining slides will be reported by Raisa Basa.
Productions or operations audit checklist. The following questions should be examined. Are supplies of raw materials, parts, and sub-assemblies reliable and reasonable? Are facilities, equipment, machinery, and offices in good condition? Are inventory control policies and procedures effective? Are quality control policies and procedures effective? Are facilities, resources, and markets strategically located? Does the firm have technological competencies? Research and development audit. The following questions should be asked when performing a research and development audit. Does the firm have research and development facilities? Are they adequate? If outside research and development firms are used, are they cost-effective? Are the organization's research and development personnel well qualified? Are research and development resources allocated effectively? Are management information and computer systems adequate? Is the communication between research and development and other organizational units effective? Are present products technologically competitive? Management information system receives raw material from both external and internal evaluation of an organization. It gathers the data about marketing, finance, production, and personal matters internally, and social, cultural, demographic, environmental, economic, political, governmental, legal, technological, and competitive factors externally. It improves the performance of an enterprise by improving the quality of managerial decisions. It collects, codes, stores, synthesizes, and presents information in such a manner that it answers important operating and strategic questions. Management Information Systems Audit. The following questions should be asked when conducting this audit. 1. Do all managers in the firm use the information system to make decisions? 2. Is the Chief Information Officer or Director of Information Systems position in the firm? 3. Are data in the information system updated regularly? 4. Do managers from all functional areas of the firm contribute input to the information system? 5. Are there effective passwords for entry into the firm's information system? 6. Are strategists of the firm familiar with the information systems of rival firms? 7. Is the information system user-friendly? 8. Do all users of the information system understand the competitive advantages that information can provide firms? 9. Are computer training workshops provided for users of the information system? 10. Is the firm's information system continually being improved in content and user-friendliness? Value chain analysis or VCA. It refers to the process where a firm determines the cost associated with organizational activities, from purchasing raw materials to manufacturing products to marketing those products. Value chain analysis aims to identify where low-cost advantages or disadvantages exist anywhere along the value chain, from raw material to consumer service activities. Transforming value chain activities into sustained competitive advantage. First, value chain activities are identified and assessed. Second, core competencies arise in some activities. Third, some core competencies evolve into distinctive competencies. And lastly, some distinctive competencies yield sustained competitive advantage. Benchmarking is an analytical tool used to determine whether a firm's value chain activities are competitive compared to rivals, and thus conducive to winning in the marketplace. It entails measuring cost of value chain activities across an industry to determine best practices. The Internal Factor Evaluation or IFA Matrix. First, list key internal factors as identified in the internal audit process. Second, assign a weight that ranges from 0.0 or not important to 1.0 or all important to each factor. Third, assign a 1 to 4 rating to each factor to indicate whether that factor represents a strength or weakness. Fourth, multiply each factor's weight by its rating to determine a weighted score for each variable. And lastly, sum the weighted scores for each variable to determine the total weighted score for the organization. So this is a sample of internal evaluation matrix for a retail computer store. The two most important factors to be successful in the retail computer store business are revenues from repair or service in the store and location of the store. Also, the store is doing best on average customer purchase amount and in-store technical support. The store is having major problems with its carpet, bathroom, paint, and checkout procedures. The matrix contains substantial quantitative data rather than vague statements. This is excellent. Overall, the store receives a 2.5 total weighted score, which on a 1 to 4 scale is exactly average or halfway, indicating there is definitely room for improvement in store operations, strategies, policies, and procedures. That's the end of our report. Thank you.